One question we hear is, why don't we just keep adding classrooms or putting modular buildings on the campuses we already have? That's the question we're going to answer in this week's Bond in Focus. Before I get into that, I want to point out that adding classrooms is something Brunswick County Schools has been doing for years. Since the 2016 bond, we've added classrooms at Town Creek Elementary, we built Town Creek Middle School, and we've added classroom space at schools across Brunswick County. In fact, Brunswick County Schools has built almost 100 classrooms since 2016. Those projects have helped us keep pace with growth. For Brunswick County continues to grow, placing increasing pressure on our schools, particularly in the northern part of the county. And that gets to an important point. At some point, adding another classroom doesn't solve the larger capacity problems. Let's start with modular classrooms, or what a lot of us call trailers. A modular classroom is not a permanent classroom. By the time one is purchased, permitted, prepared, and placed on an existing campus, it can cost Brunswick County upwards of $250,000. And in less than a decade, those buildings typically require significant work. The flooring, walls, and ceilings have to be gutted and replaced. That work can cost nearly as much as it did to purchase, permit, and place the modular building on the campus in the first place. Modular buildings have a purpose. They can help us add classroom space quickly when we need it, but they are a temporary fix. They're not structures designed to serve as permanent classrooms for decades. There are also safety limitations with modular classrooms. For example, if we have a tornado warning or another situation where students cannot safely remain in a modular building, those students have to be moved inside the permanent school building and away from windows. If that school is already at capacity, we still have to try to find enough safe space inside the building for the students that are housed in the modulars. And classrooms are only one part of the school. You can add more classrooms, but the students in those classrooms still have to use the same cafeteria, the same gym, hallways, and pick-up and drop-off areas. At some of our elementary schools, meal service can begin around 10:45 in the morning and continue until 1:30 in the afternoon. That's because the cafeteria is only allowed to hold so many people at one time due to fire code. Adding more classrooms means adding more students who have to move through the same cafeteria. The same thing happens with traffic. More students means more cars, more buses, and more traffic moving through a campus that was designed for a much smaller student population. And then there's the physical size of the campus itself. North Brunswick High School is a good example. Since the 2016 bond, we've added 3 buildings to that campus. We have reached the point where there is essentially no remaining usable space to simply add another classroom building. So you might ask, why not tear down one of the existing buildings and build a larger 2-story building in its place? Well, that creates another problem. You would lose an entire building of classroom space while the replacement is being built. That process could take 2 or 3 years. We would still have to find somewhere for those students to go during that time. So when someone asks, why don't you just keep adding modular classrooms? The simple answer is that we have added more than 100 classrooms since 2016. We've expanded existing schools and used modular buildings to help manage growth. But there comes a point when adding another classroom doesn't solve the larger problem. The cafeteria doesn't get bigger, the gym doesn't get bigger, the traffic lanes don't get longer, and the campus itself doesn't get bigger. That is the point we are reaching in Brunswick County, and right now specifically in the north region of the county. The need is no longer simply for another classroom. It is for additional permanent school capacity. That's why the proposed 2026 school bond includes a new elementary school and a new high school, and why that bond will be on the ballot this November. Thanks for joining us for another Bond in Focus. Over the next few weeks, we'll continue answering questions about the bond and providing information so you can learn the facts before November.